Hello, I'm Andy, and today I want to talk about the screenshots contest which is taking place in the official forum. So there have been some great people who have been making some great screenshots, and I just want to give it a shout out and give my thoughts to it. Basically, I will just go through all the pictures and give my thoughts to it, and yeah. So the screenshots are all online in the forum, and you can still vote for which is the best one. And yeah, so if you want to support those guys, or if you want to show you like that kind of stuff, then definitely go check out the forum and support the artists. Or you can support them anyway. So, first screenshot we have is battleships from Rothermans. So in this picture, so I'm not going to do like some, how do you say, some comic analysis like you do in school or something. Just my thoughts to it. So all of these screenshots are screenshots of a 20-year-old or almost 20-year-old engine. You have to keep in mind. So I always think it's mesmerizing how good those pictures look in the end. It just really looks, just looks very good in my opinion, and not something I could imagine when I play the game with my potato PC. So yeah, so in this picture we do have the British Navy, of course. British Navy famous throughout, especially during the time frame of Age of Empires 3. So they have arguably the most powerful navy during the time frame, especially if you look at these warships. They look like late, maybe 1900 18th, 19th century warships, and Britain definitely was on top of their navy game during that time. Maybe some interpretation, maybe they just hunted down some pirates. Yeah. Other than that, so you could kind of see there was maybe a battle going on. You see some smoke, so maybe some pirates. There's not a huge other navy, so that's my best explanation, which I come up with for this picture. So let's get into the next picture by Rothermans. This one is called Reddead, and it's a reference to Red Dead Redemption, so the famous Rockstar game. So you could see like a mining village. You see a cowboy riding into the mining village. You see a plant wagon, and yeah, just some motion going on in this picture. I do like the composition. So there was some deliberate thought and some, how do you say, scenario was put together to create this kind of scene. So it's definitely a lot of work, and he had a vision in mind, and I think he's like the execution is very good. You could clearly see what he thought about, and yeah, it just looks very natural. And you have to keep in mind, Age of Empires 3 usually doesn't look too natural, so this is like a scene you could imagine in real life, and in Age of Empires 3 this is not something, or not a normal scene, I would say. So I personally like those two pictures of Rothermans. So let's go to the next artist. So yeah, so he's a bit of a different style, you will see shortly. He has this more city-oriented, I would almost call it maybe steampunk-ish kind of setting. At least it looks like a bit. So the city is very huge here, so you have like a waterfall here in the middle. You have some Charminar gates, which act kind of as a bridge, which is, I think it's very creative to do it this way. You have this great wall here, and yeah, just an interesting perspective or a creative idea. I think it looks a bit steampunk. Maybe this picture not so much, but definitely the next ones, which I will show here. So here you have, this one is called City Greed. And the picture before was City Sewer, so this is City Greed. You can see it looks a bit like maybe if you're a bit into Warhammer Fantasy, it looks like some dwarven mine where they would exploit their mine, and you have this huge city, and yeah, you could go down into the mine and exploit it or dig deeper and deeper. And yeah, so also very nice composition. Again, like, it's just so much work to put this together in the scenario editor, and like it yeah, because you have to create it from scratch. You have to have this idea, and I think it's amazing that some people are creative enough to think about it, and then they go into the scenario editor, go create a scenario, and then make some great pictures with great perspective. I think it's I'm a huge fan of that. I like those nerds, because I'm a bit of a similar nerd myself. Maybe not in this direction, but you can see what I mean. Okay, so last picture by Graffiticon is City Den. So this is the steampunkiest picture of him. So you have this huge crowded slum, which I think is pretty... Yeah, again, it's like he had to create a scenario. You have this motion, you have this light play, you have this night scene with some fires which light up the picture in a way that it looks just good. I don't like you would have to look for parts of Age of Empire 3, and if you don't know it by heart, you wouldn't realize it's from Age of Empire 3, in my opinion. Which means it's a great picture, and yeah, just a great scene overall. Maybe it reminds me if someone of you played maybe Enderal, so the Skyrim mod. They had this Undercity, which would be like some poorer part of a huge city, and from the atmosphere it truly reminds me like that. And yeah, so great picture. I think all of the picture of Graffiticon, so the last 3, look a bit dystopian, but I like it. I like the ideas and the execution. Okay, so we have 2 more. We have the Vouchers by GeForce Breaker. I don't know. I think... So first of all, I appreciate the textures which they put in Age of Empire 3. So who in their right mind would zoom into vultures? They're not even a vital part of the game. So it's really... They are just sitting on very few maps, and even they are not consistently. So the fact that they are as detailed as they are, and then someone to have the idea, so I'm going to zoom to those vultures and get a close screenshot, and I just love how they look. They look a bit derpy, and maybe like a mad grandma, so like a not a mad but a sad or a grumpy one. And I think it's just like the idea is pretty creative. I don't know. I wouldn't ever zoom onto vultures, but he did, and he liked the picture, and I think it's funny. So that also is a huge like for me. And yeah, so pretty good picture. Let me see the last picture. Yeah, the last picture is titled Chaos, and you basically have some guys in their fisher boat transporting their cows. It even looks like this guy at the front. He looks maybe like a noble. So yeah, just interesting. How do I say? He looks like a poet or something. And he's going to travel, and he's just taking some or annoying some general people who just go with their life and have to transport those cows over the river. And this poet or something just wants to see the world, and he paid passage to get on this boat, and so the normal people which have enough burden with the cows also have to carry this poet dude across the river because he wants to find himself or something. I don't know. That's my interpretation. So yeah. So I think all those pictures were very good. Again, I'm not a analyst or a comic analyst, so I hope you forgive my amateurish approach to this. I just want to give those art guys or the screenshot guys a shout out because all of them looks great, and I think it's great dedication, and it's just great skill overall to create something like this, and I want to appreciate it. Don't forget to check out the page. Let me know if you like this kind of content, and let me know which picture is your favorite. And don't forget to vote on the forum. So, have a great day. See you guys around. Bye bye.